Hey guys, so we're going to be trying some new makeup today. I recently hauled a bunch of stuff from Sephora and I thought that this video would be a good idea since the sale is still going on and maybe you were curious about some of these products that I purchased. We can put them to use, see them in action, and you guys can decide whether or not this is something that you want. So some things that I'm going to be trying today, I just received this in PR actually. This is a Clarins SOS primer. I don't usually get new primers, so I thought that was pretty exciting. I have the Supreme Nudes Artist Couture eyeshadow palette that I'm very excited to try. I have the Clinique highlighter and bronzer. I have the Tower 28 Beach Please Cream Cheek. I think it's a cheek and lip product. Is that right? It's a tinted balm, so you can put it pretty much anywhere. Yeah, cheeks and lips. But I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. I have some Tower 28 lip gloss. I have the Tom Ford Ultra Shine lip color in Exuberant that I really want to try. I also have a Louboutin lipstick that I want to try. So the lips are definitely well covered territory. So we'll deal with that when we get there. So I don't have a new foundation, but I thought it would be good to try the Neo Nude with this primer just to see. I'm also still trying to figure out how much I like this foundation because I like it a lot, but I'm trying to figure out why I don't love it, and maybe I just need to bond with it a little bit more. So we're going to be using that today. I also have some new tools to play with. This I hauled quite some time ago, but Allure sent me their brushes, and I have a bunch of their brushes here that I thought we could play with. And then Base Blue, which is, I believe, a company based in Washington, DC, if I remember that correctly. They have tools and they sent over like two sponges. One is like for full coverage and one they suggest for like cream blushes and stuff. So I thought that would be really nice with the Tower 28. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try this Clarins SOS primer. They have a bunch of different options in this particular SOS primer, I guess formula you could say. They have a universal light and then they have all these kind of color correcting ones. Rose, peach, coral, green, and lavender. I just got the universal light, which I'm guessing is maybe just kind of clear, but we shall see. So this is what the bottle looks like, and it's a pump. I feel like these always psych me out. I always think it's gonna be like a squeezy tube, but no, it's a pump. So here is the universal light. Wow, that's really pretty. It's very pearly looking. Apply some to my face. There's a very slight fragrance. It actually has kind of a chemical smell to it, which is not great, but oh, it's already fading. Okay. Oh yeah, now that I'm applying it to the face, I can really feel the silicone in it. Definitely gives me that little bit of radiance, which I'm always looking for. I have very dry skin, so that's very nice. There's a slight kind of like smoothing effect to it. I can definitely feel that on the skin. All right, well, so far so good with this Clarins SOS primer. Boosts radiance, preps, and moisturizes. Okay, let's move on to the Armani Neo Nude Foundation. And I did a video featuring this, but I kind of put on a whole face of Armani beauty products. And I really like this product. I just don't know why I don't love it. So anyway, I thought I'd put it on again for us to kind of inspect. I'm going to use one of these Base Blue sponges. This is the one that they say will give you a little fuller coverage. It's a little bit denser than this pink one, and it just looks a little bit more smooth. It's nice. It feels really soft. I'm talking about the sponge, not the foundation. It feels really soft. It has like a nice bounce to it. It's not too hard. It's not too mushy. I don't like sponges that are too soft. Then I just kind of feel like I'm using like a wet towel. If I recall correctly, underneath my video where I featured this product, a bunch of you were really excited for this foundation, and I think a few of you went out and purchased it. If you have any thoughts on this product, please let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to hear what your experience has been like, if you're loving it, if you're liking it, if you hate it for whatever reason. I definitely do not hate it. I definitely really, really like this foundation. The shade is really nice. Oh, I forgot to mention what shade I'm using. I think it's 4.25 is the shade that I'm using. And I think this foundation, excuse me, is now available on Sephora. I'm not sure. I saw the listing there, but sometimes they list products before they're actually available. I'm really hoping it's available during the sale. Well, I like it with this primer. I wonder if it's the finish of this foundation. It definitely isn't very radiant by itself. I think any of the radiance you see is just kind of the primer that I use and any kind of skincare that I had. But this foundation definitely has a little bit more of like a skin-like appearance. So it's a little bit flatter than I thought it was going to be. And again, that doesn't really bother me, but maybe that's why I just don't prefer it over some of my other foundations that have like a little bit of radiance to it, which again, as a dry skin person, I absolutely love. All right, I'm just gonna tap some of my Dior concealer on. I have it in the shade 2N. 2N, sorry, I have allergies and it's messing with my throat today. But I'm just gonna tap some underneath my eyes where I feel like I need a little bit of help. I got this random spot. It's not raised or anything. But it's like kind of red. I don't know what happened. And just get some around my nose there. Gonna go back to this sponge. Yeah, I definitely like the sponge. Nice texture. All right, next I'm gonna try this Allure brush. This is the Lush powder brush. And I've got my Kogan Do natural lighting powder, so nothing new here. And oh, I have this cream product. You know what? I'm gonna put the powdered product down first and then I'll go in with this cream blush product. Okay, so back to the Kogan Do natural lighting powder. This brush, by the way, is synthetic haired. I like how do you see like how flexible these bristles are? It really makes it very comfortable and soft against the skin when you want to just brush powder away. And no shedding. I don't see any hairs on my face. So no shedding. That's really nice. Oh, nice. So that is the Lush powder brush from Allure. You know, I have also hauled this Givenchy bronzer. I think more of you were interested, at least from what I can remember from the comments. I think more of you were interested in the Clinique. So let's just stick with that. Sorry, I was muddying the matters. So this one is Solar Pop. So this is the Clinique bronzer. It is their Powder Pop Flower Bronzer. And admittedly, I purchased it for the pretty flower embossing. It is quite pretty, but this is a baked product. So I'm gonna go in with a denser brush. All right, so I've got my Rephr P22 brush. Here, I forgot to swatch it for you, but here is the Clinique bronzer. I really, really like this. This actually could double as a blush. Do you see how strong of like a peach kind of tinge there is there? It's really, really pretty. All right, there it is, pretty much all over my face. I put it all over my forehead, across the bridge of my nose, kind of underneath my jawline. I did put quite a bit on my cheeks. I was really comfortable getting it in that blush area because it really is so pretty. If you really want just kind of like a bronzer and blush in one step, and you have a similar skin tone to me, I think this would be a good one for you. And I'm such a big fan of this like baked formula because I feel like it really just kind of melts into the skin. All right, I just checked Sephora and this product is sold out. This is the Tower 28 Beach Please Luminous Tinted Balm, and I have it in the shade Happy Hour. In fact, all the shades are sold out. I do have another option, which is the RMS Lip to Cheek in the color Beloved. I decided to keep this. If you guys watched my haul video, I was kind of on the fence about this because when I talked about this in my wish list video, a few of you commented that it was a little bit sticky on the cheeks and that it's just kind of not your favorite. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just return it unopened. And then someone was like, even if you return stuff unopened, they're probably going to toss it because of everything that's going on. So I thought, let me just keep it. So I don't know what to use because you guys can't get this. Let's just use one on each cheek. So Tower 28, and again, the shade Happy Hour. I'm just gonna pick some up on my middle finger and just kind of tap. Oh, I was gonna use the sponge, this other base blue sponge. Well, let me get some of the product down. Wow, that's really pigmented. Beautiful shade. And I'm gonna use a sponge to blend it out. Wow, that is a gorgeous color. And there's a little bit of tack to this, not too much, but there is a little bit of tack to this. I do wonder if that's gonna set down though. I remember when I was playing around with this, I felt like the more you worked it in, the more it kind of like set down. So I'm just gonna keep tapping my finger over this. I think the dampness in the sponge probably isn't helping, so. Oh yeah, okay, now there's like no tackiness. All right, so with this product, I would definitely recommend a finger application. I don't know that you need the sponge. Wow, that is really pretty. I love this shade, Happy Hour. All right, let's try the Hermes Beauty Lip to Cheek in Beloved. I believe this one is a little bit less pink and a little bit more red. Oh yeah, this is really red. Here it is next to the Tower 28. Yeah, so it's a little bit more reddish orange, but I'm just gonna go in the same finger. Wow, you pretty much get like a very similar effect. And I don't actually find this that sticky. I wonder if it's because I'm putting this cream product over some loose powder. And I've really been liking doing that because I feel like the powder really helps the cream product kind of like stay in place. It helps it set a little bit. And I also find if I put cream product down and then I put powder product over it, it kind of like sticks to it in a weird way. I don't know. I'm not a makeup artist, but I really enjoy putting my cream product over like a light layer of powder, and I just like tapping the product over it. I'm not moving it too much or whatever. And I never seem to really have problems with it like lifting anything underneath. Like it always seems pretty seamless. So that's the RMS. And no, it doesn't feel that tacky to me. Okay, great. I am glad I held on to it. I'm glad that I held on to it because that is a pretty color. All right, I think we have 2 winners here. I'm very, very excited. Let's move on to highlight. So I have the Clinique Flower Pop highlighter version of that bronzer that I just used, and this is in Lunar Pop. Here is Lunar Pop. I've got my Sonia G Sculpt 2 brush. I'm gonna go into this highlight. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I love the tone of this. There's a slight peachiness to this too, just like the bronzer. Here, let me do a swatch. There it is on my finger. Oh, this is a gorgeous tone. It has just a hint of peachiness in the champagne. And just FYI, these are made in Italy. They're 100% fragrance free, and each one of these is 0.31 ounces or 9 grams. Well, hot diggity. Excuse me, Clinique. But all right, so far so good. I'm always a little nervous when I'm trying like a full face or, you know, pretty much a full face of new makeup. But let's go ahead and move on to the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. This just looks gorgeous. Ah, and wait, there's a sticker on the mirror. Let us remove it together. That will never ever get old for me. All right, so here is the palette. Okay, I definitely want to use Supreme because it's the green shade in here, which I love. I really, really love. All right, I've got my Rephr number 15 blending brush. I'm gonna start with Stripped, and it's probably gonna not look like much on my lids, but just kind of want to get a sense of this formula. I've never used Artist Couture pressed eyeshadows before. I have some of the like loose glitters from Artist Couture, and those I love, but I've never used their pressed powder eyeshadows before. So let's, so I'm going to start with something very neutral just to, you know, get a sense of this eyeshadow formula. Okay, so this shade is just a hint deeper and warmer than my skin tone, this Stripped shade. All right, I'm going to use my Sonia G Builder 3 brush, and I'm going to go right into Supreme. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I think I'm going to put it from the inner corner here over the center of my lid. And I say that like I'm doing something revolutionary. I am not. I pretty much do that with all of my eyeshadow looks. Tap this right into the corner and bring it up and over. Ooh, that is really beautiful. All right, I'm going back to my Rephr 15 brush. I'm gonna go into this mink shade and deepen up my outer corner. This mink shade is actually a little bit like lighter and easier to work with on the lid, I think. I was a little bit scared to go right into the like darkest shade in this palette, but I think it worked really nicely with this green shade. Like it's not too overpowering. I thought it was gonna be like just really, really overly pigmented, but it's nice. It's like a nice wash of this dark brown. So I'm gonna use this pencil 2 brush and go into that mink color and just drag it along my lower lash line. I'm getting some fallout when I do that. I think I'm also going to drag some along my upper lash line too, just to make it really smoky. I'm going to grab my Synergy Mini Booster and go into this Lavish color. I really want to use this Opulence color because it's almost like this cream shadow, but I just don't know where I can kind of squeeze it in. I don't want it to overpower the green, so I'm gonna go into this Lavish instead, which is the same kind of finish as the Supreme. Put that in the inner corner. Bring it onto the lid just a little bit here. All right, I think that's it for the eyeshadow. So far, I'm really, really loving this look that I got. The performance of the eyeshadow is really nice. They blended out really nicely. Okay, Artist Couture, I see you. I'm gonna do my brows and apply mascara off camera and I'll be right back. All right, now onto the lips. With this eye look, I would probably normally just go straight in with a nude, which I may still do, but I do have a lot of really bright colors here and some lip glosses, which may work. But let's just try. Let's just try one of these brighter lipsticks. So this is the Tom Ford Soleil Ultra Shine lip color in Exuberant. And this is the bright color that had a little bit of like a pink to it. I just feel like that's like too much. So maybe not that one. Maybe this Louboutin sheer Voile lipstick. And what shade is this in? Escatin 605S. It has a little bit more orange to it. It's also a little bit more on the sheer side. So let's try this one out. This formula is very comfortable. I'm trying to figure out if there's a fragrance. There's a very, very slight fragrance. I can barely smell it. And for a sheer lipstick, there's quite a bit of pigmentation. So I really like this lipstick. I really like this color. I don't like it with this eye. I just don't think it works. So I'm gonna take this off and let's try some of these lip glosses from Tower 28. This one is XOXO. This is the one that's like a pink. It is just a lip gloss. So let's try this one. Again, I really like this formula. I really like this color. I think it's really pretty on the lips. I just don't think I like it with this eye. Now I get why Artist Couture released a whole bunch of like nude lipsticks because it just go perfectly with this eye look. And the last new lippy I have to try is the Tower 28 lip gloss in Magic. This has like gold shimmers in there, so this could actually work. Let's see. Nice, nice. I do still feel like I'm missing something, so maybe I just need to dig into my collection and find like the perfect peachy kind of nude that I'm looking for. All right, I've got my Carolina Herrera satin lipstick in 341, and this, I feel like it's too light for me, but I do feel like it would be really perfect with this eye look. So I am going to use my Chanel lip liner in Nude Brun, and maybe that'll just deepen up the lipstick just enough so that it doesn't completely like blank out the lower half of my face. Yes, I think this lip color works for the eyes. I'm gonna dab a little bit of this Tower 28 Magic on top just because I feel like the gold reflect is really gonna be pretty. Yes, I'm so happy with this look. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, but I really loving it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Did you guys finally get your Sephora orders? I know when I did my haul video, I think the most popular comment I got was, I haven't even gotten a shipping confirmation. I ordered, at midnight the day the sale started, and, I still haven't gotten any notifications. And I'm like, what? I placed my order on the first day. It shipped later that day, and I got it within 2 days. So I do know Sephora has a bunch of different warehouses all over the country. Mine ships from the Salt Lake City, Utah warehouse. I think if you're on the East Coast or on the West Coast, I think those warehouses had, well, they probably had a lot more orders to deal with and a lot more delays. So anyway, I hope you guys all got your Sephora orders. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.